Hey, what's up guys? Back with another vid today. This one's a bit, I guess, special. I don't know, not really that special, but this is my first game ever in this tank, which is the Banshee Comet. I kind of put an asterisk next to that because I have played the Comet before, but it has been about 3 years over that, something, since I played the Tech 3 Comet. I do remember enjoying it. Fun little tank. But I got this out of a war chest, or I think about a couple weeks ago. And really, it's just been kind of sitting there. But I think this was Saturday. I decided to just hop in it and give it a shot. Again, after so long of not playing it. You see we're platooned up with Swindle. We usually have some pretty good games when we run together. There's another one you should look out for. We're both in tier 10 heavies that I look for probably the next few days or so. That's really good. So look out for that game. It's going to be a good one. And a good one for tactics and stuff. This one, we were actually, or I was kidding. I was like, oh boy, first game in it, and we're fighting tier 9s. Granted, they only have one actual tier 9 tank and then one arty. So it's not that bad, but still technically bottom tier. You see, we actually outspot the Vanguard, which is kind of hilarious. And he's going to do some gymnastics here for us and stick the landing and keep on going. I give him about a 6 out of 10 on that dismount. But he does stick it, so we'll give him that. So, fairly usual positioning here. I like to go in this kind of spot most of the time, most of my mediums, lights as well, at least initially, just to see if I can spot like that, them going to the field and seeing what's out there in the field basically, or what's going out there. You can go where the Vanguard went, obviously go a little wider so you don't get spotted, and I have done that before, especially in encounter, especially where my two mediums are going right now, but on the standard battle, it's not as effective because the teams don't spawn out in the field. So I don't use it initially so much. Instead, I'd rather come here, a little more protected, a little more flexible, I guess. Just more protected. I'd rather be safer than sorry. You see the Vanguard has got 20 lives. Both our mediums have missed him. We've missed him. Swindle just bounced off of him. Eventually, hopefully, he'll get taken down. Right now, we're spotted by him. And there is something else out in the field. There we go, T-32, who we see his side on. So, with our very fantastic shell velocity, trying to get used to that. Again, first game in the tank. So, yeah, not quite used to that. Very, very slow shell velocity, it feels like. Especially when you play a lot of tier 9 and 10 tanks that usually have a lot of APCR standard and just, yeah. But now we're going to switch to the APCR because he's slightly angled and we're going to take him out. Again, the standard rounds on this only have about 148 pen and prem rounds only have about 198. But we're going to need a lot of those prem rounds right now because you've got the VK who's sleeping on us right now but finally wakes up. KV4 and a lot of their heavy tanks, and we're in 2 tier 7s with not a lot of armor. The Comet has a little bit of turret armor. That's about it. It's not great, especially against tier 8s. They're not going to bounce, more than likely. And then we have Swindle in the aluminum can, or the tier 7 Scorpion, that weighs nothing because it has literally, I think, 1 millimeter of armor all around. So you could literally bump into it, and yeah, you probably would kill it. But again, the VK has chosen to just ignore us, and for some reason we're going to get to farm him and take him out of the game, which is nice. Next contestant is the Carnarvon, who we immediately put a tracking shot into, and now it's just kind of playing a peekaboo game. I actually didn't notice that when I was playing, but he did fire there and miss. But we're just kind of peekabooing him with me and Swindle switching. Swindle's taking kind of a beating at this point. We're still in full health, which is kind of nice. But we're really using the, I think it's 12 degrees of under pressure on this tank. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. but just abusing that to our full advantage. And now we're going to take a little bit of damage because the 5100 says hello. And again, we're just using that gun depression. I love tanks with gun depression. Just gives you that extra bit of flexibility to use your tank in any situation, basically. And now you see they got about 4 tanks. It's going to be 5 going in on our tier 9. I think that's the Polish tier 9, the 50 TP. I think that's right. We get a nice lucky track shot on the King Dragon, though. I think we also may have taken out his engine there. So, good for us, good result. Yeah, 50 TP. I don't know my Polish tanks too well. But we're going to go in here. Unfortunately, he gets taken out, but we're going to come in here and try to mop up some of these guys. Now here, I probably shouldn't quite have pushed up, but it's alright. We're going to use this statue right here and just kind of use it as cover. It's indestructible. You can't knock this down. And our tank is just skinny enough to fit behind it. And we're going to wait for, I think, our T95 to come up behind the T29 and put a nice big shot into him. And continue on our merry way.
The enemy knows our location.
So, yeah. Now all that's left is T34 on their team. We get a bit of lag. Wait for him to fire. And for some reason, I don't know why I don't have the APCR rounds loaded at this point. But we're just going to go in. Yeah, he's probably going to shoot us. Worst case, he sets us on fire. Second worst case, he kills our loader and destroys our DPM, which isn't pleasant. But even right now, this was doing the RNG event. So he's not going to be able to kill us at 439 health. I kind of know that. And we're going to hopefully take him off the board right now. Sorry, and that was a Slayer ISU. Or SU. My bad. But we're going to finish out the game with 5 kills and 4,300 damage. A little bit of assisted. Not a bad result. Not a bad way to have your first game in a tank. Ace tanker in a tier 9 bottom tier game. Pretty good result. Always be happy with that. Nearly 2,300 base. Not exactly the best map for mediums ever either. But, yeah. I mean, really good game. Really fun game. Pretty much non-stop. I think no real lulls in the action. And a fun little tank. I'll definitely be playing it a little bit more. Just to get back into tier 7 a bit. Don't have that many tier 7 tanks. But hopefully you enjoy and look out for that other gameplay with Swindle in the next couple days. So see ya.
Ennemi détecté. L'ennemi nous observe. On les a eus.
Hey, what's up guys? Back